Welcome back. Today I want to talk about enjoying our meditations. Why is that so important? Why is that a sign that we are headed in the right direction if we are actually enjoying our meditations? So, let's get into it. I just had a wonderful conversation with a student of mine. He said, not pushing, not straining, just engaging the parasympathetic system and inducing these deep states has given me so much freedom. It has taken a burden off of my meditations that I didn't know I had. Isn't that amazing and beautiful? And he's getting into really, really beautiful and deep states, not only in his meditations, but in his day-to-day life. He was in the kitchen with his wife, and she said, let's turn on some music. And she turned on the music, and the joy of the song started to enter into his heart. And it brought out some of his meditative bliss, which he has been developing. And so he's standing there in the middle of the kitchen, washing dishes, watching the counters, and all of this bliss starts to explode from his heart. And just a little bit of inducing from the song, that joy which is inside of him, brought out all this bliss. And he started feeling like his feet barely touched the ground, and he was getting completely blissed out while working in the kitchen. All because he keeps coming back. More soup, sir! He keeps coming back and inducing the parasympathetic and these deep states again and again. All of these deep states begin with us learning how to actually enjoy our meditation. So if we sit down with the heart rate variability, resonant breathing, and we establish resonance inside of ourselves, remember, it has to be a comfortable breath rate for us, right? We lower the breath rate, we control the breath, but it has to be somewhat comfortable for us. We find that comfortable rate, we establish resonance, and then we check. We see if we can notice any of the 4 proofs. And this is very, very important because now we're actually beginning to notice the effects of the parasympathetic on the body. It is transforming the body. And as we notice that, it's going to influence our mind more and more. And the experience of the 4 proofs gets more and more blissful. And as you get deeper into the parasympathetic, more calm, more joy, more bliss, and more love begins to present itself. More tranquility begins to present itself automatically. And then we have to begin sitting with those good feelings and enjoying it. Occasionally, I get somebody and they say, I'm in the freeze response. What do I do? I'm in the tranquil breath. What do I do? I have the 4 proofs. Now, what do I do? Well, the doing that you need to do now is the being. You have to be with all of that. You have to sit with it, enjoy it, soak it up, become the potato in the soup and soak up those good feelings. Soak up those deep states. Soak them into yourself and understand that every time you do that, you are reprogramming your body. You are reprogramming your subconscious. You are opening up channels inside of yourself. You're making your access easier and easier. And you are creating habits, meditative habits, instead of outward worldly habits. So by sitting there and enjoying, we are already winning. We are establishing these things inside of ourselves. And this is what the Kriya Yogis call the Paravasta, the after effect poise state. So I did the doing, now I've got to be the being. I sit with these deep things, I sit with them, I embrace them, I hold them with my attention. And that attention and love for these deep states brings them back more and more, faster and faster, deeper and deeper. And so it becomes this cascading chain of events that just winds us right down the rabbit hole into our own selves. This is what we want. We want this cascading domino effect into ourselves. And it comes from sitting with and enjoying these deep states. It's very, very important. So listen to what he said. I didn't push, I didn't pry, I didn't shove. I just come back again and again to the parasympathetic. I induce these things. I call on them. Hey, would you like to come and sit with me? Hey, bliss, would you like to come and sit with me? Hey, expansion, would you like to come and sit with me? Hey, deep parasympathetic tranquility, would you like to come and sit with me? And we come back to these things again and again and again. And as we do, our experience of them widens naturally. It all comes from simply enjoying these deep states. So suddenly, you're in your life, you sit down on the couch, you don't think about heart rate variability, maybe you're watching a movie, and all of a sudden you look down at your breath and you go, oh my God, I'm sitting here, I'm not trying to do this. My body remembered to go into heart rate variability resonance all by itself. That comes from the enjoyment, right? And then you're walking through your life, you see a cute baby, and this bliss comes up inside of you. And you go, oh my God, I barely looked at that child and all this bliss came up. Somebody said something sweet or kind and all this bliss came up. Somebody said something deep and meaningful and this expansion came up. They come up because I am enjoying all of these things inside of myself in the meditative state, and they're showing up in my life more and more and more. So it's a beautiful way to think about meditation, isn't it? I'm coming to this deep place so I can enjoy these deep things, and that's creating the habit of these deep states so that they will come back more and more. And it's just a cascading event, just a spiral into ourselves. Simple, easy. It wasn't that complicated after all. So I hope you loved this. If you did, be sure to hit that bell down below so I can see all of you next time.